Hold on, wait. I thought you said we were ending with that one. We want to start with that one, the worst tasting one.
Oh, you're right. We're starting with the worst one.
All right. In that case, I will be right.
Shit.
It's all good. I'll be right back.
Can't move until I drink it. Let me know we've started the episode.
Very careful. You know, I'm just going to sit here for an hour and a half and talk to you, but not start the episode, though.
Here I go.
That's the pro strat right there. Oh, some snake ASMR right now. That's awesome.
Right there.
Well, go ahead and take a drink, and we'll introduce the beer after. I'll drink after you. For all we know, you're going to like this one more than the one we were going to start with. Who knows? Ho, ho, ho. She's a messy girl.
Oh, shit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit. Ooh.
So just to give a little context as to why John is saying this right now, we have been known on the show to have some might consider to be pretty standard beers. You know, you got your IPAs, your stouts, your Hefeweizens, your porters, maybe even sours. But today we're going with a lemon meringue pie flavored beer to start things off. 1 out of 2 beers, lemon meringue pie flavored.
Pie.
John originally wanted to start with another one, but then he accidentally grabbed this one.
So I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yep.
It was definitely an accident, but what happened was I opened up my mini fridge and the mini fridge literally threw this one at me. It knew how awful it was. And I didn't think much of it. I just saw it on the floor. I was like, there's the beer. And then I just cracked that bad boy open. Not even the mini fridge. It has one job and it didn't even want to do that.
Did it perform its prime directive in keeping it cool, at least for you?
A little. No, I did. It did.
A little bit. Very good. I'm gonna try it for myself. Then again, this is lemon meringue pie flavor. John, do you want to tell the people about the beer, about the brewery?
Where is the brewery?
It smells interesting.
It's
abnormal.
Abnormal Beer Co. San Diego, California. 1 pint, 6.8%. Yep. Wait. Yep. It's not done.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is that pie crust at the end? I taste pie crust at the end.
Do you? I taste ass with a sprinkle of ass dust.
Oh, my favorite.
Oh.
This doesn't taste bad.
Oh. Now,
I like it.
I don't know if you know my email address or one of my email addresses.
I know a couple of them.
John's very first email address.
Oh, I don't know about that.
It's pie are not good.
Oh, I think I do remember that back in the day.
Pie are not good. I still use it.
Wow, that's funny.
I slightly stand by that statement, but this beer definitely makes me stand by my statement.
Nice. For sure. He goes by pie or not good with his email addresses on sites he shouldn't be on. That's when he uses that.
It's my OnlyFans email.
There you go. Very smart, man.
And sometimes I subscribe to doggy pictures. I don't need the world to know about my shame.
Wow. You're willing to put it on display. I respect that. So, by Abnormal Beer Company in San Diego, California. Yeah, pretty cool. There you go. Some local boys.
It's a Imperial
Berliner Weiss.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
That is hard to read.
One of those. Yeah, it is.
They're
trying to make sure people squint.
Is this the first time we've had this type of beer? I feel like I've had Weiss before. That sounds familiar.
Right? It does somewhat. We'd have to look back in the archives, if you will.
The archives.
But it's not bad. I personally do like this. You get a good bit of sour lemon, but not overly sour. And then at the end, like I said earlier, a bit of like a pie crust kind of flavor. It's interesting. It's a weird aftertaste, but I'm not minding it.
Oh, okay. So here we go. This makes the beer just a little bit more interesting for me.
He needs the lore. Give him the lore.
Call us nerds if you want, but we celebrate Pie Day by brewing a series of beers inspired by our favorite pies. Each one of these delicious, not so delicious, beer start off as an imperial version of our own base Berliner Weiss, giving it the ABV needed to carry these intense flavors. Once sour and once fermented, we add a base of Madagascar vanilla beans and cinnamon. Yep, I definitely taste that now that you fucking say it, to emulate pie crust. Pie are not good, as stated before.
Oh my God.
Then we add lemon zest to create the iconic lemon. What is it? Margarine pie?
Margarine. Lemon meringue, pardon me.
Meringue. Cheers, fellow nerds and beer lovers. 314-159-265-359.
Now you know where to send your complaints.
Fucking disgusting.
Or your love and praise. I personally dig it.
You know what? As I start to drink more, it still tastes just as bad, but it's better than a sour.
Oh wow! Then like a standard sour that we've had on the show.
A standard sour. I do have that God sour I had the one time. Is it even real?
I know, right? What you tasted, sir, was a dream. That's what you tasted that day on the show.
But yes, this is easily better than any of your standard sours and more stronger. Thank God.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, almost 7% for a sour beer. I can't complain as far as that goes. I really can't complain.
Oh, yep.
Oh, you know what? Go ahead.
Pie crust. What do you get? I'm saying.
I got what you were saying earlier when you were saying like 3.14. It's the equation or the answer
the pie.
For pie. Yeah. It's anyone watching the video version. You can
not all of us have a brain. It's okay.
I know.
It's developing. It's slowly getting there.
Getting there. Sometimes it reverts back, but eventually it comes back again. Every once in a while, it likes to turn into an almond.
Oh man! So recently, we actually went brewery hopping, right?
Yes, we did, which was super fun.
I remember the end of that night. Really don't.
A lot of us don't that day. That was fun though.
It was a fun day.
It was super fun. Where did we head? We hit up Salty Bear, which I think you might have brought up once or twice on the show before back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
And it was my first time going there with you.
My only complaint about that place is that they don't have flights. COVID's over. Why do you still have plastic? You lazy people. That's all I gotta say. Besides that, beer's not so bad. Just
COVID's over.
Flight.
You heard it here, folks.
John has declared it. The pie man. The pie are not good, man.
Right? You want to trust that man? I don't, but maybe you do. But I do agree. Why not just give us the flights? I mean, I'll say this. Before going out to breweries with you, I wouldn't get flights that often. Not too often, but it is a nice way of tasting what a brewery has to offer.
Yeah. And if it's good enough, I'll go back. I actually went back to Green Cheek the following weekend.
Oh, wow. Nice. I'm glad you did.
Now, I do remember that night, and I definitely threw up.
I was really tired the next day too. I did not throw up, but I was really tired.
Not with you. I went out with my dad the following weekend. And that time I remembered everything and I threw up. When I hung out with you, I don't remember the end of the night. So different effects at the end of the night. One time I actually remember, okay, there's probably a 20-minute gap that I don't remember, but then I threw up and then I had second dinner. I literally told Yvonne, I feel so much more better. And I literally went into that kitchen, microwaved the rest of my bagel, and I ate that bad boy. But I still woke up drunk, even though I'm pretty sure I threw it all up. And I threw it all up. And I didn't wake up hungover. It was such a weird feeling. I felt very mucky. But usually when I'm hungover, I have just the worst headache. Like, don't fucking look at me because I'm going to stab you with my ramen. That's how bad it is. And I know it doesn't make sense, but I'll do it. And yeah, definitely regretted the 5-mile hike I did the following day.
Oh, man. You guys are still on that. That's good, though.
Yeah. So, Green Cheek, what'd you think about it?
Oh, I mean, it was my second time being there with you, and it was awesome the second time, just like it was the first time. We got 2 different flights of beer, just to paint a picture for anyone listening. Shit. And 2 different flights, multiple IPAs involved, a lot of IPAs involved. At least what, 7 or something like that?
It was 7 out of the 8.
because each flight comes with 4 beers on there,
Yes.
and a couple of them of which were triple IPA, which blew us out of the water, definitely.
Dun trashed.
Trashed. It was pretty bad, but super fun though. I gotta say, a lot of their beers are really good tasting too, and super hazy. I would say compared to
They had a lot.
like consistently hazy, even if they're not exactly advertised as that. At least not all of them. They still have like a haziness to it, which is
That
neat.
was the first thing my dad said when we sat down. We got our beers, we sat down, and then they were like next to each other, and he's like, these all look like they're the same type of beer. He's like, are they all hazy? And I was like, no. I like looked it up. I was like, no, but they all have that same haze to it. It's kind of weird.
Right, like that bright yellow, a little bit of, some of them have like a hint of like a hue of orange.
You got that fog from China, so deep that you can't see through anything.
Exactly. You kind of have to cut through it, squint at the person across the table from you. 100%.
And then we had an elder. I don't know if you remember that.
I do remember that. Oh my god, that was like the icing on the cake. It was delicious, but dear God, were we obliterated by the end of it.
Was that it? Did we stop drinking after that?
We stopped drinking after that because then we got tacos.
Taco Alley. Taco
Truck Alley. It was a wild ride for sure.
Have you ever once been there sober?
I mean, I was fairly sober by the time I got there, but yeah, about a flight and a half in, I was already toasty big time.
Getting there, I don't remember.
Mm-hmm.
Being there, I do.
Oh my god! Oh, that's right. You had a couple drinks at brunch earlier that day as well.
Oh shit! I was drinking heavy the entire day.
You took it easy at brunch, which wasn't surprising, but at the same time, wait, did you help Yvonne with her mimosas?
I did not take it easy. I had one beer, one grape soda, and at least 2 mimosas.
And by grape soda, everyone, he means like an alcoholic grape soda, which was really good tasting. The sip he gave me. It was really good.
I didn't want to share, but I kind of had to.
You offered.
Yeah, I had 4 drinks there. Then we went to the movies, and that's where my drunkenness kind of went down a little bit. It was still there.
We had a beer there at though.
Yeah, but it was going down. When we got there, I was like this. But because I saw Black Widow already, I kind of almost fell asleep. I think Yvonne did fall asleep, and it just kind of sobered me up a little bit. It's okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay. Okay.
If anything, it gave you energy for the rest of the evening we were about to have.
It gave me enough energy to continue to drink. It's what it did.
Right. I will say this though, to anyone looking for like a cool little brewery in the Orange County area, obviously Green Cheek is huge, and I feel like they've only been blowing up the past few years. But also the smaller one we talked about earlier, Salty Bear, really fun. Like I love the aesthetic of the place. It was super loungy and fun. All these dogs were hanging out around
all the
place.
doggies,
wild dogs on leashes, dogs just trying to eat other dogs. But it was a good time. It was super fun.
Everywhere.
The IPA we had that Yvonne and Sin picked out for us, it was like a double IPA, I think she said, and it tasted good. It was like 8.5, I think she said.
Oh, it was a double?
Uh-huh.
Okay. That's definitely...
I'm pretty sure she said it was 8.5%.
And then we didn't go to the other brewery, but there is a neighboring brewery called Gunwale, I believe.
Gunwale, yes, that's the one. I'm still looking forward to that one eventually, for sure.
It's all right.
Still want to go.
You
said that about Salty Bear. Now I'm glad we went.
I went with my dad, actually. So it's kind of crazy because with you, I went to the Salty Bear and then Green Cheek.
Mm-hmm.
And then with my dad, I went to Green Cheek and Gunwale.
Oh, cool. Okay, there you go.
Yeah, so nice. I was able to do both. So I'm glad I did this. Could you tell that I was typing on my computer?
I saw that you were focusing on something. Yeah, it's all good though.
I'm not focusing on shit. Just you, you, baby.
There we go.
There we go. So
why did you look at me, Turing?
Can you see the screen?
Yes, I get. Okay, so to anyone just listening and not watching, John has coordinates set up between 3 different breweries: one Green Cheek Beer Company, one Salty Bear Brewing, and then also Gunwale Ales. So have at it, John.
I'm not done yet. Listener. Ooh, let's put in bootleggers too.
Here we go. Bootleggers Brewery, also very, very, very popular.
The entire walk. So if you were to walk from brewery to brewery to brewery to brewery, it'd only take you less than half of a mile. That's 9 minutes. That's too much walking for me. I'm taking the car.
Oh my God.
But
it's less than a half mile, 0.4 miles. Wow.
But that's so close, right?
So close.
What's the other one
ridiculous.
Called?
It's 9 minutes. Hold on. To anyone, again, just to repeat that real quick, it's 9 minutes to walk from one brewery to the other brewery to the other brewery to the other brewery. So, and all of which is done in less than a half mile. So you got yourself a nice little circle of places that you can hit up, all on the same street, more or less, too. Actually, they are all officially on the same street, aren't they?
Yeah. Well, I know. So, but they're across the street from each other, essentially. Okay. There we go. And here's the other one I wasn't able to take you to: the Brewing Reserve of California. In a car, 12 minutes.
Nice. Not bad. Oh, well, hold on, you're going Robot John on me right now.
You are too.
Oh, I was. Oh, damn it. Okay. You sound better now, though. Sing to me, baby. Sing to me. A little crackly, but we're getting somewhere. Interesting.
That's the same thing American Idol told me.
Oh my God! Even your laughter was chopped up. It was like.
Yours is the same.
Oh, you're back. You're beautiful, John, again. And my lovely AJ.
You're okay looking, AJ.
Ah, okay. Well, at least you sound like a dream.
After 2 beer pies, you'd be beautiful.
Beer pies. Nice. That's what Chicken Run was about.
Oh, yeah. Sure. Beer pies? Agreed.
Beer pies. Beer pies, darling. Yeah, so, but now you sound a lot better.
I love it. Those breweries are so close to each other.
I know. It's such a fun little area.
Yeah, living out here is dangerous for me.
Yeah.
I am a recovering alcoholic, and I only drink pies.
So, you can understand his vices, if anything. The man's an alcoholic, but he resorts to drinking pie. So you got to kind of feel for the guy a little bit.
This isn't a beer. This is a pie with some alcohol in it. It's not alcohol with pie in it. Let's just get that straight. Those are 2 different things, AJ.
Alcohol with pie in it, or a pie with alcohol in it, just like a nice sloshy pie. Oh, that makes my stomach turn a little bit. The thought of it. You all right?
I'm burping out something. It's not a pie. It's not a pie.
Is there some lemon there? Is there some meringue? That's what it was. Okay, thank you. That moment of silence brought to you by John's burp.
So gross. And then, of course, AJ, obviously, there's that Rip Brewery.
Oh, of course, there's Rip Brewing, which is not the closest to it, but they're also not that far away either. It's really not. I mean, I would walk it. I walked a shitload today. I walked for like 2.5 hours today. Maybe not that long. 2 hours? Yeah, like 2.5.
At that point, I guess you're saving yourself gas, but why not do a hiking trail at that point?
I guess I could, but like you said, I mean, so my walk, it fulfills everything I want. One, it's great exercise, especially when it's hot out like this. So I get that vitamin D too, if you know what I'm saying. And then on my way up, I'm sure I've talked about it on the show. On my way up, I stop at the Starbucks that's near my house. I talked to the really sweet barista that works there. He recognized me every time. So I get my cold brew as I order on my app on my way up to the hill. Grab my cold brew from Starbucks. Continue my walk up this hill, and then
you're drinking a coffee as you're working out.
It's a cold brew. Yeah, it keeps me cold while I'm on my hot walks. So yeah,
Okay. So you're going up the hill.
Hike through. I found this park. I'm a big Pokemon Go player, if I haven't made that apparent enough on the show. And so I usually pass the time listening to podcasts or music, playing Pokemon Go. I get my steps in, catch the Pokemon I want. There's a fun event going on. Anyway, I'm walking. I go down to the local shopping center where there's a bunch of Pokestops so I can play more Pokemon Go. Maybe grab some tea while I'm out or some water, whatever the hell I want. Grab some lunch. I'll usually grab something light like maybe some Poke across the street from the shopping center I go to. And then I walk back. It's just a good long walk and hike, and I get to play Pokemon Go while I do it. So it's kind of convenient. It has everything I want.
You ever think about listening to ebooks while you're doing your Hawk? Your walk. Hike.
What'd you say? What'd you call a walk? A Wycock?
A Wycock. Oh no, the pie's getting to me. Not the beer.
Oh yeah, it is.
The pie.
Your Wycock. That's amazing. It's That sounds strangely sexual. Strangely sexual.
Because it is.
Nice. But I have considered it, but I mean, hey, Audible, if you're listening to this, sponsor the show so that way I can give a shining endorsement about your product. The only time I've ever used audiobooks or whatever, Audible, was when like 3 years ago or something like that. I got this terrible fucking flu. Like I was done. I hadn't been sick like that in probably almost a decade or so. But I got sick really bad with a terrible flu. And God, it probably was like 4 years ago. Anyway, I was bedridden, stuck in bed for like 2 days. I was so like out of my mind. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do an Audible free trial. I'm just going to try to pass these hours that I have in agony where I couldn't sleep. I couldn't breathe. Every like 10 minutes I had to get up to like clear my sinuses and die. And then and so then I didn't buy it. Technically it was a free trial. Shout outs to Audible. But I listened to the first Harry Potter book recording and it got me through the sickness. Like it lasted like a good like day and a half. So that was nice.
Oh shit. Oh yeah, like 22 hours, right?
Something like that, yeah. But it was cool. It got me through my first like worst day of being sick.
And that was it? Did you pay for the extra month? Did you forget to cancel?
No, I cut it off after that. I was like, okay, I'm feeling better now. I'm done.
You could have burned through one more book.
Probably could have, but I realized I was barely able to comprehend what the hell the book was about. Even though I'd already seen the movie, like I could barely understand the story as I was listening to it. I was just so fucked up on being sick.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I called out of work like 3 days in a row or something like that because of that. 3 or 4 days. It was bad.
Was this the COVID?
It was not. It was probably like 3 years before COVID was a thing, at least to my knowledge.
Okay. Yeah. Finish that beer. Gross.
Okay. Should we move on to the next one? The one that you intended to save for first?
Yeah. I don't know if it's gonna be any better.
Yeah. After this one, now you seem a little unoptimistic, a little pessimistic, if you will.
Okay.
On that note, we'll be right back. And we're back.
Yes, we are.
With another lovely beer, John's choice. What the hell is it going to be, sir?
What is this one again? Blackberry Pie.
Another by Abnormal Beer Company. So there you go.
I 6.8.
I like the minimalist and kind of sleek design though of their cans. Like especially on this one, you can kind of see it a little better as far as what's going on. I dig the look. I definitely dig the look. It's classy.
I like this. Yeah, this one feels a little classier. This one feels like I'm a diva that wants to be noticed.
I felt the same way when I was getting dressed today. Obviously, my shirt is kind of bright and colorful and everything, but then I have these shorts which I wore in Palm Springs a few episodes ago. We mentioned these swim shorts that I wore.
Bright blue.
Yeah. They actually like match this shirt perfectly, other than it's different characters on it's the Batman swim trunks, but like the color, the shade of blue is like identical, and so it matched 100%. And I almost considered wearing that today, but then I realized I probably don't want that much attention on me. But I did get a compliment for this shirt.
I can't stop staring at it now.
You got some fun little cameos.
This isn't based off of the card, right? You know how there was like that dope ass card when we were kids that was the 3 and had Marrow on it and
the Orange Islands ones?
Yeah.
They were based off the Orange Islands, yeah. There's actually a few of those. There's like I'm gonna probably get the number wrong, but I think there's like 3 of those sets because I own a few of those cards.
Oh.
One of them's like a cute Lapras and stuff like that. It's pretty tight.
Yes. Okay.
It's a really adorable set. I don't know if I have all of them though. If I don't, I want to collect them eventually.
Buy them, AJ.
Do it. Shall we get into this one?
Oh, I didn't like the smell that came out of that can.
Oh, I didn't. Okay, let me hold it up to my nostrils. It does smell. It smells like a currant fruit, a little bit. I don't know why I pronounce my T's so sharply on that, but ooh, the color looks like a sour beer. All right. A little cloudy. A little cloudy with a chance of pie. Here we go.
That's a great movie, by the way.
Oh, it's super cool. I never saw the second one though.
I recently watched the second one. You know, fun fact, that was the first non-educational movie I've seen in IMAX.
That is a great way to put it.
You know what I'm talking about too.
Where it's not a fucking documentary. Yeah, absolutely. Because I think the the first thing I ever saw in IMAX was probably like an ocean life, like an oceanic documentary. And then after that was probably I remember doing like a motocross one in school. Probably talked about that on the show before too. And then my first IMAX movie that wasn't a documentary, I'm trying to think of what it was. It was probably with you though, if I had to guess.
Really?
If I had to guess, because that's when we were big on that.
Oh, we had a good 2 years.
I'm still down, by the way. It's just that we just need to see something that's worth it. But also, I don't know. I've been let down by IMAX too many times at one particular theater. And then after that, when you and I saw Black Widow at Dolby Cinema, you and I both stated that we were unimpressed with the audio of really that particular theater. It just wasn't.
That had I've been in a few of those now, the Dolby in that cinema. And I'm going to more say that's more towards Black Widow and not so much the cinema itself.
Oh, okay, that's good to know. So you have been impressed and felt.
Yeah, I watched Joker there, and then I can't remember the other one I saw, but I remember thinking this is the shit. It may have been John Wick.
Oh, that would be a great movie to see in Dolby Cinema. Oh my God, how loud it is. That's one thing I appreciate about those movies. A lot of those fighting scenes aren't really throwaway. Like they really make them count, I feel.
That gun fu?
Yeah, that gun fu, that gun kata. And yeah, dude, I can imagine those pops sounding crazy. Every horse kick.
Every horse kick. Ooh. You ready?
I'm about to taste a horse kick right now.
Ooh, all right.
Look at that color. It looks so strange.
Yeah. That looks a little bit. Let me say it while you're drinking it.
Okay. Oh, I'm afraid now. Here we go. I think I know what you're going to say, though. Let me see.
That definitely looks like watery diarrhea. Like just the color to it.
Not what I thought you were going to say, but all right. I get it. And it made me stop drinking immediately. Oh.
You see the color now? You know when you had too many Taco Bell tacos? And some of the lettuce just comes out.
I no longer feel good about this beer. Maybe there was a time where I was like, this is not bad. Not anymore.
No, now you're just thinking Taco Bell diarrhea.
And
you want to know the worst part about it is now I want Taco Bell.
Whatever does it for you, pal. Oh. Go on. The worst part about it was I just had like a reckoning of my ass like a few days ago too.
The second coming.
Oh, it was so bad. You know what sucks? And I was telling Sin this like the day after. It was like I've had it like this before where all of a sudden my tumblies are grumbling and it wakes me up around 4 a.m. and it's saying there's something wrong. Now I've had it before. I've had it before to where I've woken up and I realize immediately I have to run. Like just based off instinct alone, I need to jump out of my bed, Scooby-Doo style, run in place, and then hit the floor and run. And like my feet are running while I'm still on my back, and then I somehow make my way to my feet and run down a hallway. But that night I woke up and it was probably worse because I woke up and my stomach was bloated and distended like I don't know, the Eiffel fucking Tower or something. And I just remember being like, oh, I feel terrible. Like, what's going on? I don't understand what's happening. And Sin said, you probably should just go to the bathroom. And so I did. And I thought I was fine for a good second. And I don't want to disgust anyone. So I'll try to be decent about it.
I'll be visual for you.
Just in case. For the video viewers, there you go. Picture painted. Thanks, Bob Ross. It's a hell of a canvas you got there. We got some brown, we got some green, we got some peach, and we got some more brown. Extra brown. Anyway,
it tastes awful.
It's not that bad a taste. You're doing a disservice.
I agree.
Company.
No,
Abnormal's never going to sponsor us. But please sponsor us, Abnormal. But anyway, oh God. So what I was getting to was that whenever I get food poisoning, like true food poisoning, I am like about ready to accept my fate and I may not make it out of that bathroom alive. Like legit, I feel like I might die. It sucks. It's like, it is It's bad. I hate it. It's a
I've
soul draining experience.
I've had that happen all the time though. Now let me ask you: Have you ever rolled the dice with the devil?
I don't know what that means.
You ever play the violin with a demon? You wake up 4 a.m. Your tummy be grumbling. You know something's wrong. You look at how far that door is. You think, nope, I'm gonna go right back to bed. And then you do. And then like 30 minutes later, you wake up wondering why you would make that kind of decision.
This just made things so much worse. Now I'm waking up sweating and it's not even summertime anymore.
Yeah, I've done that at least twice where I've ignored the call of the wild and just went right back to bed and woke up just yeah.
Oh no. I don't think I've done that. I've done that with pee before. Where I'm like, you know what? I could go pee right now, but I'm so sleepy. I'm just gonna hold off.
How many times though have you woken up and ignored? I've woken up needing to pee, fallen back to sleep, needed to pee, went right back to bed, woke up, and ran.
So I it's funny you put it that way. enough times. I don't think I've ever had to like run like, oh my god, I'm gonna piss myself. I don't think so. At least not while I'm sleeping. If it's preventing me from sleeping that much and I realize I'm not gonna stop thinking about it until I piss, I'm just gonna go fucking piss just so I get it out of my mind and I can just go the fuck back to sleep.
Fuck that inconvenience. I ain't gonna get up. Fuck that.
You know, I got a lot of sleeping to do. I don't got time for that.
I do those daily can't go exercise for a reason. For that specific situation.
It's so bad.
I needed to ask you during this episode.
Go on.
I just had to. I don't know how to ask this question without sounding like you made a bad choice.
Oh, okay. I'm sure. Are you asking if I remember something?
I'm going to go ahead and ask you.
Go ahead.
And again, my apologies for saying you made a very bad, unbelievably bad. Why would you do this, AJ?
Oh, no.
Why would you do this kind of question?
Now I'm worried, but go ahead, ask it.
So I saw you bought the new Switch.
Oh, okay. That's not as dark as I thought it was going to go.
No, it's pretty dark. I don't understand why you would waste your money on a bigger screen.
I mean, it's a bigger screen. It's an OLED screen.
Right.
It's
okay.
Nice. It's pretty.
What else? Yes.
Okay.
What else? But besides the screen, tell me what else, bro.
I'll put it this way. I'm a man who I prefer to play my Switch if I can. I like to play it on my nice TV. It's a decent TV that I have, and so I enjoy being able to have the visuals on that. However, the way I see it is, on the more often chance I don't get to actually sit down and enjoy the visuals on my TV, I want it to look as good as possible in handheld form, a la the OLED screen. So that's why I got it.
As good as possible in the sense that the screen itself is slightly better, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's not full high definition. So it's 720. I don't know. That's a legit question.
Yeah. It runs 720 when it's not docked. Correct.
I don't feel what you said justified the reason to buy this.
I know.
It's a slightly bigger screen, right?
It's not. I don't even know by how much bigger. You know what the worst part is? I think it still doesn't support Bluetooth devices.
It doesn't. It does. It's literally the screen.
It's so fucking lame. You know what I am? I'm a man with disposable income, and so I made a choice. That's all it is.
I like that. Okay, we're being real.
Absolutely. I happen to have a teensy tiny bit of disposable income that I typically spend on taking my fiance out to dinner occasionally, or going to a brewery with you, or occasionally I'll buy some video game shit for myself, whatever.
So follow-up question.
Mm-hmm.
Disposable income.
Mm-hmm.
Why not spend the extra $50 and get the superior portable device?
That is a good point, and and it is the better device. It's true. You're talking about the
Steam portable
one? Yeah, the Steam portable. It looks pretty awesome too.
I don't even know what it looks like. I just know it was. I mean, at this point, I could have farted and it would have been better than the new Switch.
I do agree, but I will say, as sexy as that looks, the new Switch does look pretty sexy. And also, I know that I have a spare Switch, or if I want, I could always try to sell my Switch. And eventually, if the funds are still there for me, when the Switch Pro eventually, I should say again, comes out, I can then probably just get rid of my OLED.
I think depending on, regardless, we're going to get a Pro. Now that they released that middle class, it's like every other console. There's the base, and then, 2 years later, they release the thinner, better, sometimes not so better. It's slightly bigger screen with no other upgrades to it version. And, I don't even know. I don't know what other point I was trying to make. I was just trying to insult you.
Just insult, yeah, that's a point. Hey, point taken, bud. Point taken. Mission accomplished, you son of a bitch. Oh my god.
I honestly think that they are going to release a new one. It was probably going to be 3 years from now, but depending on how well this console does, they'll probably speed it up.
I mean, I'm sure pre-order wise, it did just fine.
Sold out. That's why I'm saying let's wait until it's actually released, and if people love it, and they force Nintendo's hand, I wouldn't doubt it if they release it end of next year. We see a preview of it end of next year.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's true.
But I think if
go ahead,
if the Steam system does bad, the end of 2 years from now for the Pro. Continue.
Sure. I mean, I wonder. I don't know. I would like to think that with all the fucking money that Steam makes for the service alone and all that, I feel like they can't miss. Like they can't miss. Like it's almost impossible to miss. The only thing is, like, if they fuck it up, it's because they didn't care enough. But at this point, they have the chance to take over what the Switch has done. The only thing that the Switch won't have are console exclusives at this point. And I don't know. I feel like they really can't miss on this. I wonder how much. Do we know how much it costs? I don't remember.
It's $50 more than the OLED.
Oh, so like what, $450 then? That's not bad. That's not bad at all.
That's why I asked, why wouldn't you disposable income? Why not just spend the extra $50? But
go fuck yourself.
They announced this like 2 weeks after, right? Or maybe a few days after.
Something like that. Yeah, the Steam Deck. Yeah, it looks great though.
So
looks great.
To your point, it doesn't matter how much money you have. The PS Vita was far superior than any other portable device, at least at the time. And that bitch failed, and that bitch failed hard. So it's not always about, and this is something Nintendo has proven since like the beginning of video games. From my portable video games. From my understanding, like the Game Gear was far more superior than the Game Boy.
Oh, sure. I would imagine so.
Game Gear.
I mean, it had a color screen before everything else.
And Game Gear fucking failed because,
yeah, it did.
I mean, it also took 8 batteries to power that device. That's the thing about Nintendo is they focus on the quality of something. They know this is my vision, and we are going to perfect this vision instead of let's just throw everything into it. And if some things are shitty, because I'm personally I was never really a fan of the Sony interface. Especially back then.
Sure.
But Nintendo didn't really have that fancy of an interface. It was just, here are your games. Click one and you'll
super
play.
Simple.
And it fucking worked, obviously. So there's still a strong possibility this console is going to fail. But it's nice to see competition because then it pushes Nintendo.
Exactly. And God, let them be pushed a little bit at least.
And you know what happens when they don't? Do you know what happens when they don't? AJ buys a console for no reason.
They named their console the Wii U. That's what happens. They had the market with the Wii. They had the fucking market. I mean, that said, the Xbox 360 was an amazing console. Don't get me wrong.
No, but it was like this.
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. As far as sales go, yeah,
it was ridiculous. The gap was unbelievably big.
I mean, compared even still to the PS3. I mean, the Wii came from behind and swept everything away, like that console remained sold out for a long ass time, as did the Switch now at this point. I mean, now you can find a Switch whenever you go to
was due to COVID
store.
Though. They started being really hot items during COVID. They sold out in the beginning, But
for like 2 years.
When COVID happened, it like reinvigorated this. Nobody's gonna get it, and if you want it, you're gonna spend $700 on eBay because everybody was at home. This was the perfect time to. I mean, I'm lucky. I bought my Switch a few months before COVID.
Yeah,
in like that November. So I got a cool.
And you got a first edition Switch, didn't you?
You got one too.
I know. You got yours like a year and a half later. 2 years later.
No, like 2.5, if not 3. But I'm saying,
isn't that crazy?
You have a brand new shitty one heading your way, so you might as well make the equally as good one, just slightly less bigger of a screen, better with all of them hacks.
Maybe I will now at this point. Maybe I will. Sorry, Nintendo. Nothing's guaranteed, Nintendo. You don't know that I'm going to do that, but
yeah, and you're not downloading their games. Fuck Nintendo. They sue your ass. But you can download, fun little hacks to your Switch. Like you can go online on it, watch Netflix on it. Can you watch Netflix on the regular Switch? No, right?
No, you cannot. No.
You see?
I don't believe so.
And that's what happens when you have no competition.
Right. It's true. But then pretty soon you're going to be able to go on Netflix with that Steam Deck. You're going to be able to go on Twitch. The Switch doesn't even have Twitch yet, I don't think. It's crazy. Do
you remember with the Wii, you had to have a disc to play Netflix? I think it was the Wii or maybe in the Wii U.
Right.
The fuck was that?
I know. It's fucking crazy. I mean, the Xbox One and the PS4 consoles that came out years before the Switch, like a half decade before the Switch, maybe not that long, but something like that. And they all have Bluetooth in them. This console does not, and even in the second iteration does not have Bluetooth.
Correct yourself.
It does have. I'm sorry.
Yes.
It does. The Switch does have Bluetooth, hence the Joy-Con, and you can get a Bluetooth adapter. But I have to buy an adapter on Amazon.
Why? You want to know what that? Do you want to know the other time a situation like that's been super shitty, and I have to live through this every single day? In terms of companies making Bluetooth, but Bluetooth exclusive to just certain things. Because the Switch does have Bluetooth in it, but it only works for their own devices.
Correct.
We're not even talking about adapters.
Bluetooth headphones. Like at least give me Nintendo brand Bluetooth headphones. So that way I can still enjoy the games. But I can't have that. They don't do that.
Yep. So
dumb. My
car has Bluetooth built into it. But all it allows you to do is make phone calls. That's it. That's it. Why?
Wow. I don't know if you've told me that before. That's crazy.
I have that button that, an adapter to fucking turn my aux into Bluetooth, but my car has Bluetooth, but it only allows you to make phone calls and talk. That's it. Damn. You can't listen to music.
Your car isn't that old though either.
2016? Now it's old. But when I bought it, it wasn't old. Back in fucking 2018.
Yeah, that was only a 2-year-old car. That's kind of crazy. Wow. Holy shit.
Well, it's because you have to pay up.
I see.
For
the media player Bluetooth. Okay, fair enough. It's how they get you.
Fucking lame.
You spend that extra $300, all of a sudden now you can listen to everything on there.
So what you essentially did was if you owned my car, you bought a second of the same thing, but with bigger tires. That's what you did. Same shitty car, just bigger tires. And I'm not trying to say this. I'm not trying to say the Switch is shitty because it's not. It's pretty outdated now. Let's be real.
It was pretty much outdated when it launched, other than the fact that it's handheld. Yeah.
And yet you spent more money to buy the same shit with bigger tires.
Hey man, if you want, I can still probably cancel the reservation.
No, don't let me pressure you. It's a good investment.
Maybe I'll sell it. Who knows? Or maybe I'll just enjoy it. I have a feeling once I pick it up from Best Buy, I'm gonna want to tear it open and play the new Metroid game that comes out, and I'm gonna have a great time.
Yeah, until you have your hacked Switch, and then you're gonna throw that bad boy right back into that case and never touch it again. I promise you. I'm gonna peer pressure the shit out of you now that you have a disposable Switch.
Right. That's true.
And when I say disposable, I mean the new one, not the old one.
Oh, I know. If anything, you're gonna rally toward me, trying to see how damaged it gets, putting it in the garbage disposal, knowing you. maybe for for a subscription goal on this podcast, we'll shred a new Nintendo Switch OLED. Or maybe we can mail it out to someone, depending on if we can raffle it off if we reach a certain subscription goal on this show.
If I had disposable income just to torture you, I'd look you right in the face and throw it in a recycling bin.
Jesus Christ.
Those things can't be recycled, AJ. Not that way. Not that way.
Not that way. You got to take it to a special place
called the bin. Right in it.
It's called John's foot.
Oh my god.
That's terrible.
That's good stuff.
I feel judged.
I can't wait to see it. Will I judge you more?
Mm-hmm.
Probably. Definitely.
The white does look pretty sexy, though. I made sure to pre-order that one in particular. They had that one and they had the neon one. I wasn't big on the neon one when the original Switch came out. So then when I first saw that white one, I was like, okay, yep, that's the one I'm going to get for sure. For sure. Nice. I almost didn't get it either. Oh, I'm just the pre-orders were crazy on bestbuy.com. I was like flying through it, trying. Eventually it worked out.
Now I'm done giving you shit. I'm done with that segment. This is my last question to you because we're basically done. And I'm just curious, where are you with the computer search? Are you still hunting? Are you okay with what you got? Like, I'm kind of curious.
I mean, I would like to keep hunting, but I'm actually now, I think I'm okay with what I got because I was actually able to upgrade my computer to the latest OS that I need it to be at.
But you had to slowly do it? You couldn't go from 1 to 10, right? You got to go 1, 3, 6, 10.
I was actually able to do like 1 and then 2 and then 3. Or I'm sorry. So I took like 2 leaps essentially. So it's not bad. It's not bad.
But you couldn't jump the updates, right? You literally had to take the stairs to get to that final update.
No, I was actually able to jump a little bit. Like it wasn't
what
totally
were you doing
necessary. Wrong? I think originally I took too big of a leap.
Okay, that makes sense.
So I realized, okay, I can't jump from 1 to 10, but I can jump from 1 to 5 though. That should work out.
So then at this point, are you planning on just replacing your battery? Because I also know like your battery's pretty ass, right?
It is pretty ass-tastic. So yeah, I'll probably be doing that as soon as I can.
Yeah, and it cost you $200 and you're good to go, right?
Yeah. But I don't know. I mean, $200 is a sixth of the price of a brand new computer anyway. So I don't know. Now it's tempting to just buy a new fucking computer. And Costco has like MacBook Pros right now for $100 off. So it's kind of tempting.
You can also get a PC and play Halo Infinite with the boys. You can do it from Xbox. I know.
I'll be honest. I really don't want to play Halo Infinite on my Xbox One. I really don't want to have to. I want to buy it. I want to be able to play it on the new hardware or a computer if I can. But a new Xbox Series X would be pretty sexy. Speaking of which, I wanted to bring this up slightly. Did you see that they had like a new tech showcase that they recently uploaded?
No, who? For Halo?
Yeah. So like 2 days ago, they had like a live stream showing off some of the multiplayer for the game.
I've seen a little bit.
Some of the weapons. It's like an hour-and-a-half presentation. Well, technically, like the first 20 minutes are just like a countdown to it starting. But once you jump past all that bullshit, as you can find it on YouTube, just search the Halo YouTube channel. But it's pretty cool, man. I'm looking forward to it. I just watched like 3 out of the 4 segments. The 4th segment is going to go back into multiplayer again. And so it's going to be shown on Xbox Series X, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm excited to see what that's going to be like. The guns look pretty fun. The new, did you ever play with the DMR in Halo 4 or 5?
In 4.
Okay.
I don't remember
it first came out in
it.
Reach.
Okay, Reach. It was Reach. I think I own Reach.
Yes, you do. I'm sure we played it together at your house or something once, literally.
And I remember hating it because it wasn't the BR.
It's not the BR, but I personally like it a lot. That's just me though.
Is Infinite gonna have the BR?
So it does definitely have the BR.
Okay, cool.
You got to continue watching the stream. You'll find the BR segment. I mean, the person using it, he's like the lead designer of multiplayer, but he's not that great at shooting the guns. It's kind of ironic, but the BR is definitely in the game. It looks great, and the DM or like what is like the equivalent to the DMR is in the game also, and so I'm pretty hyped for that one too. Pretty hyped for it.
Okay, so depending on how good the game is and where the fan base goes, I might stick to Halo 3. But like I said, it depends on how good Infinite is. If Infinite's amazing, I'm gonna play it. Now, if Infinite is, the switch to the Switch OLED, then I might not,
yeah,
play it. But the fan base also might dictate it too, because if nobody plays Master Chief, then I'm kind of forced to go to the next game. But I have the crack, and I don't want to stop taking it.
Nice. You're enjoying your Halo 3, huh?
Oh yeah, I probably good 8 to 10 hours a week I play Halo.
That's really good. I need to get back on it then.
I'm grinding. What is even Marvel?
Wow.
It's something I would never say because I still play Marvel. But I spend way more time on Halo now.
Don't get me wrong. Halo 3 is great. I grew up playing Halo 3. I mean, I played Halo 1, 2, and then 3.
I sniped the shit out of you when we were like 21.
It was pretty bad.
You and Jonathan. That was good stuff.
But I will say this game kind of looks like the difference between Marvel vs. Capcom 1 to Marvel vs. Capcom 3. It just seems like a leap. And so I'm just going to say that as in terms of what you can do mechanically in the game, it seems like a generational leap for sure.
I noticed that they like climb up ledges and stuff. That's something I noticed right away.
So you could clamber in Halo 5 Guardians, which
never
is cool.
played that.
I don't remember if you could do it in Halo 4, but I would recommend. I mean, I personally, Halo 5, every Halo, I'll put it this way, every Halo has its own definitive multiplayer. It's always great. I've never played a multiplayer game of Halo
ODST.
that I didn't like. ODST, but when you played ODST online, I believe that was the Halo 3 engine though that you played on. So it is still Halo 3. But Halo Reach, I even liked Halo Reach online a lot, multiplayer a lot. It was different, but it was also great. But Halo 5, I feel, is like my favorite iteration of Halo multiplayer. Overall. Really? Oh, yeah.
You're not invited to play Halo 3 anymore.
Halo 3 is great. Don't get me wrong. I understand why it's considered probably the GOAT. But at the same time, it's like Halo 3, but on adrenaline. Like it's adrenaline running.
I want everybody that's listening. Yeah, it doesn't matter if you're viewing, you're listening. This is coming from the man who's switching from the Switch, the Switch OLED. So
no credibility. No credibility.
Oh my god!
I'm just saying, try it out. Halo 4 was fun for what it was, but Halo 5 was the natural evolution of Halo 4 and some. I would just say 5 is great.
Is it its own game? That's how much I play Halo 3 and Master Chief Collection. I don't know the other games that are on there.
It's not, Halo 5 is its own game. It's not on Master Chief Collection, Halo 5. It goes up to 4 and that's it.
And something I recently read was, I guess, and I know when it was released, I fucking hated it, but Master Chief Collection was basically dead until they re-released it on the PC. And then I guess that just fucking resurgence.
Yeah, I would say so. Like, I would not see that many people streaming it, and now I see a lot of people streaming it nowadays. I don't watch that much Halo streaming, but occasionally I do. I miss when they would have, like, big tournaments for it. That was fun to watch. I really do like the high-level tournament play.
I'm pretty hooked on high-level Halo 3 players. Like, if I'm on YouTube, I don't watch Marvel on YouTube anymore. It's Halo.
Shout some people out.
Godspeed. That's the one I watch the most. All the other ones are randos. Okay. Who are amazing. They're amazing. But Godspeed is the person that Peter, and it's God as in GXD and then speed. Yeah, he's my idol right now. And honestly, watching his videos, I've probably spent a good 4 or 5 hours just watching his videos cumulatively. And it's made a difference in my gameplay. Oh,
nice. Really? Just observing what he does?
Absorbing, yeah.
Nice.
Just really watching what he's doing, opposed to watching and kind of like, oh, how the fuck is he doing it? It's more like, how is he doing it?
Gotcha. Like really trying to learn from it. That's cool. Rather than watching like a sniping compilation where it's fucking so sick.
Cool. Yeah, it's more so. Yeah, how is he doing this? That's how he does it. I'm gonna try, and now I'm dead.
But at least I tried, and I know how to attempt to try now, I guess.
Oh, that's happened so many times on Slayer now, where he does these crazy ass jumps. I'm like, I'm gonna do it.
Nice. Betrayal. Nice.
It's suicide. I don't know if the original
Suicide.
I don't know if
That's
the
right.
original Halo did that, but it puts you in negative.
I wouldn't doubt. Like if you died by your own grenade, you probably lose a point. Yeah.
So if you were at 0, it puts you at -1.
I wouldn't doubt. Yeah,
I don't remember that, but it's probably true.
It's possible. For all we know, it started in 3, maybe in 2, but I wouldn't doubt. I would not doubt. At the very least, they didn't let you score, I would imagine.
Ooh.
What do you go ahead?
It's not bad. Were you going to say what I think about
this?
this?
Yeah. So we have barely talked about this flavor in particular.
It's
the blackberry pie.
It starts off good. It kind of has a little bit, I don't want to say of a bite, but a little bit of an aftertaste. But the aftertaste goes away. Mm-hmm. It goes away after a few seconds. That nasty other one, that fucking diva. I'm looking at the can as I'm doing that. It's not good.
Yes.
It's not good.
I enjoyed it. I feel like I got more crust flavor in the other one compared to this, and I'm not sure why. Maybe because lemon has like it was sour. Don't get me wrong. If you're looking for a good sour ale, I think these two are great for it. And the potency, like I'm feeling a nice little buzz right now, but maybe it's like the light lemony taste of the first one that brought out the aftertaste, which was like that cinnamony crust flavor. This one, I'm not getting as much crust from. I think because it's so sour forward from the get go.
I feel like this is a sour.
Okay, yeah.
100%.
I will agree. This is probably the superior of the two, but it took a while me getting over the diarrhea thing mentioned earlier.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Once I got through that, then I'm like, okay, now I'm enjoying.
I'm not sorry at all, but I'm sorry, but I'm not.
Bastard. Oh, well, if you ever want to reach out to us and let us know what beers or brews, liquor, what have you, concoctions that you want us to drink next episode and future episodes to come, hit us up on the socials.
Oh yeah,
that could be at BeerBellyPod on Instagram and Twitter.
The belly.
That's right. You can also search YouTube. YouTube. Just go on there, Beer Belly Podcast on there. Everything's linked in the description of each episode, so it's kind of easy to find us. If you're on YouTube, you can find the audio versions of this for a little ease of listening and absorbing the show. All linked in the description of the videos. Also, it's kind of easy to find us no matter what. Just search at Beer Belly Pod on the socials. You'll find us. Absolutely.
100%.
Without further ado, sir, as always, I'm going to ask, would you please give us your words of wisdom for the week?
Take your woman out. I'm assuming you have a woman and or a man. I don't really care. Take your partner out. Yeah. Drive to Marie Callender's, get a real pie, and enjoy it. Because pie in the can, pie in the beer, pie and anything else but a pie are not good.
It's no pie at all. Fair enough. Very well said, sir. Bravo. Hats off to you. That's another episode of Beer Belly. Do write in. Let us know what the hell we should be talking about. BeerBellyPod@gmail.com if you prefer to email us. It's all good. We'll see you next time. Please let us know what the fuck you want us to talk about, which we should be drinking next. I can't wait. Later.
Bye.